This is a vintage white, model 618B. This is a very nice vintage machine, all metal, 1.3 amp. Cleanest pen, very, very nice. It is green and white. It has both regular and stretch stitches and an automatic buttonholer there. And it also has variable stitch length, variable stitch width, and a 3-level feed dog. The designs here on this dial are regular, and then you flip a little lever over here down to S, which is stretch, and then at that point you're making these designs, which are your stretch designs. To do your designs, the width must be on 0. I don't have a manual for this machine, unfortunately. I will link, if I find one online for download, I will link that in the listing, but I do not have one. I will point out something in the video for later reference. To change your patterns, you have to take your buttonhole lever all the way to the right, and that's kind of like the knob release. You hold this over to the right, and then this dial will turn. If you try to turn this dial without putting this lever to the right, which is the release, this will break the gear. So make sure you put this lever to the right, change your pattern knob as such, and then put this lever back to the left. And as you notice, once that lever's back to the left, it locks this knob in place. Just in case you don't get a manual immediately and you can't figure out how to turn that knob. And it does say right here, release for pattern selector, all the way to the right. Very nice machine, beautiful condition. It was in a carrying case, so there's like no paint loss issues whatsoever. It's very, very beautiful. It should fit in a Singer cabinet. It has the rounded deck like a Singer, so it should fit in any Singer cabinet, or if you want to put it in a carrying case. I'm going to do some stitches for you. Start out with regular straight stitch so you can hear it run. It uses class 15 bobbins, 15x1 needles, and it does come with a little box of accessories. There's a zipper foot, a button sewing foot, a straight stitch plate, a straight stitch foot, an oiler, some screwdrivers, and other stuff is included. It does use any low shank screw-on foot, just like you see. Nothing expensive needed for the machine. Alright, here we go. It's just fine for tabletop sewing as it is, or as I said before, you can put it in a carrying case or a cabinet. Beautiful, smooth, quiet machine. Zigzag. First time we've had one of these models to offer. Haven't ever had this model before. Had something similar, but not like this. So, come on, the thread guide over here. Now, let's do the little switcheroo and do a stretch. Put your little lever on stretch. Hold your lever to the right and turn your dial, and you'll see your little indicator up in the window turning. Going to your stretch patterns, and then release your lever to the right. You want your width all the way to the left and your length all the way to 5. And it's going to do a feather stretch. See the fabric working up and back. Doing a feather stretch. Very nice. Beautiful stitch. Perfect tension. Okay, we'll take it off stretch, which is just a flip of a lever. And we're going to take it back over to straight stitch. And I'm going to show you some pattern or fabric samples. We're going to start with 8 layers of cotton. I am using a size 18 needle. 8 layers of cotton, like it was nothing. as you can see. Quiet machine, absolutely beautiful. Perfect stitch. 5 layers of woven upholstery with a rubber backing. Like it was nothing. Sorry, can't see the thread on that. You will get the fabric samples with the machine. This will make a beautiful Christmas present for someone. 5 more layers of upholstery, woven upholstery fabric. Just gorgeous. 6 layers of denim. Very, very compact fabric sample. 6 layers of denim using a size 18 needle. You can hear it working a little harder on this. Beautiful perfect stitch on 6 layers of denim. And last but not least, we're going to do 4 layers of raw leather. And a walking foot attachment or a roller foot will do much better on sticky fabrics like this. It just helps the feed dogs pull it through. And I am going to help it a little bit from behind. Of course, now my phone rings. And as you can see, the feed dogs fall down a little bit because it is raw underneath, so it's having a hard time, but beautiful stitch regardless. Walking foot would be a very nice investment, and I don't have any to include, but any low shank walking foot should work fine. And that is the vintage white all metal 1.3 amp model 618B with regular and stretch built-in stitches.